What's up everybody, Alex here with another cup of coffee video, and I'm going to take a look back at the past 12 months and see what has happened in my collection. It's definitely grown and expanded in a lot of ways. Let's just get right into it. I had a lot of luck early in the year with some 1954 Topps and was able to add a lot of these to the collection. I'm being real selective, real particular, but I was able to find some really nice looking cards at low grades, which of course this year was an absolute must. I also had a kind of a personal goal to focus on Willie Mays a little bit, and I was able to get his 54 Topps as well as his 57 Topps, which I really like, it being the last New York Giants card in his career before moving to San Francisco. I also got my first 53 Topps card in a slab. I do have some raw cards from this set, but this was my first slab and one of my favorite ones of Bob Feller. Another big thing for me is just New York baseball in the 50s especially, and this is a card that I've always really appreciated. This Dodgers Sluggers card from 1957, where you can see Ebbets Field in the background. Did a whole thing on this card when I picked it up, so I was glad to get that one. And man, I love this image. This image shows up on lots of different cards for Roy Campanella. This is the first instance in my collection where I've been able to get one, and I really love this one. 51 Bowman Roy Campanella. I did a whole video on this card and the photograph from which this drawing was based, 1950 Bowman Duke Snider, with a lot of little details from Ebbets Field in the background. And just a really fun card, 1955 Bowman Mini Minoso, an underappreciated set, although I was really glad when I made the video for this card that a lot of people commented on how much they really like this set. So I'm glad to see that, glad to hear it, and perhaps this set is not as underappreciated as we all think it is. And then here's a really nice Mantle Aaron from 1958 Topps. Another Aaron card coming up in a bit, I'm sure you all remember. In terms of my pre-war, it was kind of all over the place a little bit this year. I'll start with what's not actually a pre-war card. It's a pre-war player, Mr. Babe Ruth. I came across this card, postcard actually, on eBay, kind of randomly, and it's actually from the 1950s, 1960s, but such a great image, and really goes nicely with my pre-war cards in my collection in my display, so was really happy to find that. It's also nice to get a Babe Ruth item at a reasonable price. Here's a really obscure card, 1912 Zenith of the Pacific Coast League of Ivan Howard. But I just really loved this image. I loved the pose, the way that they fit the text in between his leg and the bat there. This is just a really nice looking card. It's a baseball card in every sense of the phrase, and that's why I picked this up. I just really like the look of it, and I like how it goes along with the other cards in my collection. Here's another pretty obscure piece, another pre-war piece, 1936 R312, and just a really fun action shot. You know, not something that we think of when we think of baseball cards in the 1930s, but this is a true action shot, and I love the color treatment that this photograph got in its creation. So just a nice close play at first base. And then the last pre-war card, which is probably the biggest of everything in the pre-war part of my collection, was the 1916 M101-4 of Connie Mack. As I recall, I did a lot of the Card Room Lives streams this year, and this card came up in a conversation when we were kind of poking around on eBay, and I quickly wrote it down as a card to seek out, and was able to find one and pull the trigger. This is pretty much the last card I got this year. And then, of course, I recently did a video about that autographed baseball 1954 World Series champs for the New York Giants. Team signed baseball with Willie Mays, Hoyt Wilhelm, Dusty Rhodes, Sal Maglie, Monty Irvin, and so on. Really, really pleased to have finally gotten that. Wanted to do a shout out to Don from Don's Field of Dreams cards, who was very gracious to send me this. We've all seen a lot of these over the year, and nice reminder of the community nature of this whole hobby that we all enjoy. And thanks again, Don, for sending that my way. And I'm going to use that as an opportunity to show this card, which is hands down the biggest card of the year for me, and certainly the biggest card ever for me in my collection. Definitely something to remember this year by. And one last thing I wanted to mention, which is this. I did not really show this much at all on the channel this year, just never found the right opportunity to do it. So I figured, you know what, I'll do it right now as a kind of end of the year recap. You know, I wanted to kind of just formally say thanks to everybody. Seems like a long time ago, but thanks to everyone for acknowledging my channel and you know, giving me such a gracious, thoughtful gesture as to vote for my channel in the Hall of Fame on YouTube. Really means a lot. I don't feel like I've really been around that long compared to many of the other channels, but it means a lot to me to be acknowledged, and to know that many people out there have enjoyed my channel and enjoy, you know, connecting over the cards and the history of the game. Means a lot to me. So thanks for checking out the video, guys. Try to get through it as efficiently as I could, so to keep it short. Thanks for a great year. Hope everybody has a wonderful new year, and I look forward to seeing what everybody collects come 2022. So take care. Talk to you all soon.